My question is again on President Bolsonaro, and I apologize for insisting on this, but his remarks last night and over the last days, are they actually putting the lives of Brazilians at risk? And would you ask him to change his position and take responsibility? Thank you so much, sir.
I think we've spoken on this issue and issues like this before. We trust that all governments will take the appropriate actions that manage the public health risks here, which are real, but we also understand the terrible dilemmas that countries face in protecting economies and social systems. But we must focus first on trying to stop this disease and saving lives.
So it may be just repeating what I said, but our advice to all countries is, of course, many countries are already taking community-wide actions, closing schools, restricting movement, and asking citizens to stay at home, and all possibilities to have physical distancing. That's very important, but at the same time, we have proposed 6 actions, and that will also apply to any country, and that's what we said. There are countries, 150 countries with less than 100 cases, and they have to be very serious actually at this stage when they have less number of cases. And the first thing they should do is they should expand, train and deploy their health workers, healthcare and also public health workforce. And they should implement a system-wide approach to find suspected cases at community level. And this is for all countries, even countries with no cases. We have some countries who have not reported cases. And we even suggested that countries should actually ramp up production and capacity and availability to do more testing. And the 4th recommendation we made is identify, adapt, and equip facilities. We have to prepare actually the facilities because for any eventualities. In some countries, the number of cases have really jumped and overwhelmed the system, and they were not prepared. So it was very difficult to give service to patients who were coming to the hospitals to get service. So preparing the system is very important for any country, including those countries who haven't reported cases, or countries who have reported less than 10 cases, or countries who have reported less than 100 cases, or more than 100 cases, or 1,000 cases. And cases, confirmed cases, should also be isolated. And this is the same recommendation for every country. And the other very important recommendation we have made is we need to have a whole of government approach. Because this pandemic cannot be arrested by just the health sector alone. We need to have all relevant sectors working together to suppress and control this pandemic. And not only the whole government approach, we're also saying we need the trust of the community, and communities should be mobilized to do their share, because this is everybody's business, and every citizen has a responsibility to take part. So these are our recommendations, which we believe apply to all countries. This virus is very dangerous, and we have already counted more than 16,000 deaths. If you remember, we have been saying for more than 2 months now, this virus is public enemy number 1. It's a dangerous virus. And we have been saying to the world that the window of opportunity is narrowing and the time to act was actually more than a month ago or 2 months ago. That's what we have been saying. But we still believe that there is opportunity. I think we squandered the first window of opportunity, but we are saying today in my message, I made it clear that this is a second opportunity which we should not squander and do everything to suppress and control this virus. And this is a responsibility for all of us, especially the political leadership is key. And it has to be able to mobilize communities also to take ownership and do the right things to suppress and control this pandemic.